Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to FortCast, alright? On last episode, talked about, like, lower test in med, and the reason being is because people aren't buying the battle pass enough, alright? But in this video, uh, we're actually, talking about and deconstructing an ad for La Vie Est Belle, a perfume made by Lancome, as for request by one of our biggest fans, Miss Coles of Minnesota. Isn't that pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool?
Yep.
Um, and as Brady Siegel says, where are we dropping, boys? All right. Um, the first thing I kind of want to look at with this ad is the associations, right? The association principle. This is basically pretty much just a principle in which ads like want to associate their product with, right? So it could be like happiness, whatnot. Um, this ad really associates, I think, the most with attractiveness, right? The woman in it, she's very beautiful, all right? And it's kind of trying to say, right, that this woman uses this perfume. You could look like that woman, all right? And like the general audience would probably be women, right? Um, and the ad is trying to say that if you use this perfume, you could be like this woman. You could look like this woman. You could be attractive, right? You could get a partner, right? Um, yeah, it's kind of like if you go from a fish stick to a fish fic, right? And you like increase in your attractiveness. Yeah. Roman actually knows a lot about this. This is kind of like his top thing. Um,
Yep. I do know a lot about this actually.
yeah, what do you guys
So,
say about this?
um, so what he is basically saying is that like in Fortnite, if you're like a default skin, people are obviously gonna think you're trash
Yeah,
and like you're not good at the game.
yeah,
But if you go to the item shop and you buy like a really cool skin, like let's say the Renegade Raider,
yeah,
people are gonna think you're really good because you're OG, you look great, and people are probably gonna assume that you can crank like really high
yeah,
and that you can edit really fast. And that's just like how it is. If you look good, you play good.
yeah,
It's kind of like with perfumes and fragrances. You're gonna pull women if you smell good, but if you smell like crap, you're probably not gonna pull, and that's just how it is.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, smelling good can be kind of the start to making your journey of becoming more attractive, right? You can
Mm-hmm.
change the way you dress, right? And then you can change the way you look, maybe your hair. Maybe you start mewing, all right? We all know about
Yep,
mewing. Um,
looks Maxim
yeah,
with that
and
jawline Rocco. I can see that.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
and this kind of leads into the second uh, principle, like association, right? And that is love, all right? This ad is basically showing you that you could achieve love, right? You could look like this woman and you could attract, someone and would date that someone. And it says, live your life your way, right? If you're more attractive, you could attract a better looking man, okay? Men, we like the looks, all right? And if you're attracting a better looking man, if you marry a better looking man, right? It's just like you're living life your way, all right? You're achieving, the ideal guy that you wanted, okay? And this can show, right, how you can achieve love. This is kind of like, if you go into like a bunch of if you go into like a bunch of squads, right, and you just can't find the right team, right? And maybe like your squads leave because you're playing with a default skin, right? But maybe you get like a better looking skin, okay? A more better skin. And maybe you find a squad that sticks with you and you find like a good squad, right? You find some good teammates and you guys get like free victory royales in a row, right? Um, yeah, I just think that's pretty cool.
Um, here, I have something to say. Can I add on to that?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've been playing Fortnite for 7 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to add up the months and weeks,
Yeah,
I started as a default for a very long time.
yeah.
When I first started playing Fortnite with Rocco, he he really showed me that skins matter
Mm-hmm.
and that looking good in the game in battle really matters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that until I don't know, a few years ago. And I feel like Rocco, he really opened up my eyes on, the different skins you can use. There's so many different ones. There's so many like you know what I'm saying, Rocco?
Yes, I do. So they really they allow you to be there. You there.
Yeah, the full experience.
People will love you because you look like that,
Yeah,
and that's how they sell you. Really do.
appearances, all that matters.
Yeah. And yeah, it just leads into, being able to get a squad that you like, that you can play good with, Maybe you got someone that's good at
Yeah,
sniping. You find, someone that's good at sniping. And it can be
yeah,
because you just have a good skin. Um,
yep,
yeah, and then our third principle, this sort of correlates with the other stuff, right? If you find a good partner, you're going to be happy. This third principle is happiness, okay? And I'd say mainly because of the text. If you just removed all of the text, you could maybe infer, she's smiling, right? She's happy. But I think the text is really what sells, like, why the association principle is happiness. Um, or our third association principle is happiness. It's because it says live life your way, okay? Nobody, okay, maybe like one guy, right? An oddball, he wants to live sad, but everyone else wants to live happy, okay? If you're living life your way, you're living it with happiness, you're living with joy, okay? It's saying this perfume will allow you to live life your way, therefore, you're being happy. It's making you feel happy because you look the way that you look. You're doing the things that you want to do, okay? And
you're
it's
hitting all the
because you
points.
started off by buying this perfume and you eventually, maybe became a millionaire. You became, you know, the wife of a famous person, maybe like with the love thing, right? You could attract someone that could make you, allow you, right? Make you and allow you to live your life your way.
Yeah, that all can start if you wear and buy a perfume like that. That's all I'm saying. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Rocco has a good deal with this, right? He's living life his way, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So you just need to work hard till you get that elusive victory royale.
Mm-hmm.
you also have to earn it too. You can't just,
Yeah, you need to
wear
earn.
it
You
and
need to
not put
work
in work either.
your way up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, all right. I think that's all the association principles that can really correlate this to. But if we kind of opened up our range, we could definitely see a lot more deeper meanings with this ad, especially with that text. Um, Next, we're gonna go into a simple solution, right? If you buy this if you buy this perfume, right, and you wear this perfume, um, then you can live life your way. You can be happy. You can find love, right? All those association principles. You will live life your way, right? This is kind of like in Fortnite. You buy a nice skin, and like maybe you're getting bullied for wearing a default skin, right? And so you buy a new skin, right? And then you can play better, right? Then you can play the game your way if you play better, right? I mean, Nick A30, he's a very good Fortnite player, and he loves to utilize everything in Fortnite. He loves playing Fortnite the way he wants to play Fortnite. It's very entertaining. But yeah, like,
Can I say something?
yeah, go for it.
All right, wearing a Fortnite skin can be like a fun way to express yourself and stand out in the game. It allows you to customize your character, show off your personal style. Plus, some skins can give you a advantage by blending in with the environment, you know. So that's kind of like wearing perfume. Well, it's not, but what I'm saying is, it's like if you wear perfume, you will stand out. But with some, all right, Rocco, can you please add on to what I'm trying to say and get my point across to?
I'll try. No, I will try. Yeah. So buying a skin in Fortnite, it elevates you to like a feeling of happiness, and you're able to use it for yourself. You're able to look the way you want to. You're able to feel the way you want to. Play the way you want to.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like I would like to add on to, what Rocco and Roman were saying, and I'd like to say, like, um, if you buy, your own cosmetics in the Fortnite shop, kind of like how you're gonna buy this scent, you can look the way you want to look. You can kind of play the way you want to play by looking the way that you want to look, right? Just like in this ad, right? Then you will live life your way. If you start off just by buying this perfume, wearing this perfume, you could eventually go into doing, living life your way. Just like with the happiness principle, right? Um, if you get this perfume, you can live happy, you can do things your way, you can live life your way, okay? And I think, if I was a white woman in my 40s, and I was looking at this ad, I think I would probably be interested in buying this perfume. I mean, come on, I could live life my way, you know. I'm
I
all
agree.
about that. I'm all about living for happiness. But I think we've discussed that. We've juiced it to its full
It's
content.
been juiced. It's been
Yeah.
juiced.
Um, Next thing that we're gonna look at, the basic strategies of this ad. This is kind of just like the marketing, um, kind of things, right? Um, so the first thing that I notice is the juxtaposition. You may or may not know this term. If you work with ads, you probably do. But this is basically associating two pictures, like an ad with a picture that don't exactly correlate, right? But it's kind of like trying to incent your viewers into thinking, oh, yeah, these things correlate, right? But they don't exactly, all right? This is a very tricky kind of scheme that you'll see in a lot of ads, like insurance ads or like medication ads. They might show like old people walking around having a good time. Just if you take this diarrhea pill, right? Um, with this ad, right, it's juxtaposition. It shows this beautiful woman with this happy smile. She's all happy, right? And it's basically trying to say like, or it's trying to like associate them together, right? If you buy this perfume, then you'll become this happy, smiling, beautiful woman, right? Um, but yeah, you may not, it's like, who knows, right? You gotta buy the perfume, I guess, but it's trying to associate these things, and maybe that does work for you, right? Maybe you do see that and you kind of like want to do that. It's kind of like, um, maybe for a couple Fortnite ads, or maybe like for like a live event, shows this big massive thing that happens in Fortnite, right? Like the riffs get added in or something, and like something really cool happens. But you play the game, right? And it's like, that's not exactly what it's like. It's a good game, all right? Let's just say that. It's a good battle royale. It's super fun. I don't think anything comes close to it, right? But it's not exactly what the trailers and the live events say, right? It's like trying to associate itself, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't
Yep.
really thoroughly connect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you can also say it's juxtaposition with the wording, right? Live life your way.
Yeah.
Is the perfume really gonna make you live life your way? Maybe, maybe it could be the start to the redemption of whoever you are. Jolene,
I feel like
your name could be
yeah.
Jolene. The redemption, Jolene.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say if you wear, I think what Addison is trying to say is that if you wear the perfume, it can open up your eyes to like so many, so many more things. If you just wear this perfume, you know, it's not like this perfume is gonna give you like everything that you ever wanted, but it can open your eyes to like so many other things that you do want. Am I making any sense here?
But yeah, that's like what the ad's trying to say, right?
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's what the ad's trying to say.
I mean,
That's
she's
what it's
happy.
marketing.
She's probably gone through so much, and she's probably like, she's
Yeah,
probably very, very thankful that she is wearing this perfume and that it helped her, you
yeah,
know, do so many amazing things. You know, like another day, another victory for the OG. Take it down all this.
Yep. That's so real, man.
yeah. And it's like trying to say that like this woman is living life her way. She could very much not be. I mean, I could maybe, you know, find her Instagram or something, ask her, "Are you living life your way?" Like the ads say. She could or she couldn't. But yeah. Um, I think the other strategy that this ad really uses is exaggeration. All right, you may be saying exaggeration. I don't see any. What? I mean, she isn't like whatever. But live life your way. All right, that's a big exaggeration, right? Are you
Very
really gonna
big,
live
very
life
big.
your way with this perfume? Um, maybe again, like what I said with the juxtaposition, right? These things don't correlate, right? It's only like a 50-50 chance if you're really going to be doing this thing. It's an exaggeration to say that you could live life your way with this perfume, which is what it's trying to associate itself with, right? Kind of like on Fortnite, it could say you could get that victory royale, right? Or you can get that victory royale. You can get 10 victory royales in a row. Like, if you're just playing, right? I don't think you're gonna get 10 victory royales in a row. Like, if you just started playing the game, like, I don't think so.
It takes time,
Yeah.
time, effort. You gotta earn it.
If I can make another little analogy there, live life your way. You're not always gonna know what the next storm circle is gonna be.
Yeah.
So it could mess you up. It could.
Yeah.
But there are ways to get past it. If you get the storm tracker augment, you're able to see the
Yeah.
upcoming storms, just like the perfume is able
Exactly.
to. You can maybe do it.
That is such a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's exactly what the ad's pretty much saying. Yeah. But yeah, there's just no solid evidence that we can really use to confirm these things. And these are some very regular strategies that ads will use, Yeah, like these are just kind of things to mess with our emotions, right? That's what ads like try its most to do, because if it tries to mess with our brain, we can be like, oh, you know, it's not 80%. If we really know, like, it's not 80% of a chance to get a better life. But if it's like, live life your way, you can do it, our heart's gonna say, I can do it, right? I can do that if I buy that perfume, right? It's trying to tug on our heartstrings. The next thing I'd like to go over is the executional framework of this ad. And I would say that the thing that would probably tie most with it is the lifestyle framework, all right? It's trying to say, if you use this perfume, right, your lifestyle will change because you're living life your way, okay? It's trying to say, you use this perfume, you live life your way, you look like that woman, okay? That's what it's showing. It's lifestyle, with how you can look. So yeah, it's kind of like in Fortnite, right? Maybe one of your friends has a skin right? And he's like showing off, and he's like showing off all the wins he's getting with his new skin. Maybe he's got a sweaty skin on, right? And you're like, oh, I want that skin, right? He's showing you his lifestyle with this new sweaty skin, and you're like, if I got that skin, I could live like that. I could play Fortnite like that, right? And that might incline you to buy that skin. You guys have anything?
I'm not really sure. I'm looking at the image. I am.
I'd like to say something.
Hmm.
I think, using perfume is it's kind of like, especially this one. I feel like it's customizing your character in Fortnite and showcasing your unique style on the battlefield. When you embrace your how do I say this?
Individuality.
Yes.
Recording. Um, and so like the executional framework of this ad would probably be the lifestyle framework. That's just the thing that I can keep it to the most. And the reason I say this is because mainly because of the wording. All right, the women, we can see that if we take this right, this could be us. We could become that beautiful woman. Um, but really, what the ad's trying to kind of say to us with the wording, right? It's trying to give us a message. It's trying to say that we could live life uh, like our way, right? It's giving us a glimpse into what could happen if you take this perfume, just like what a lifestyle framework is, like like the definition of a lifestyle framework. It's giving us a glimpse into using this perfume. What could happen if you use this perfume? Um, yeah, and Roman knows a lot about kind of living his life his way, and maybe he can go over this a little bit more. Roman.
Yes. Sorry. I'd love to share what I have to say. Living life your own way and using perfume. It's just like Fortnite. You know, it's like customizing your character and showcasing your own unique style. Also like expressing yourself through your own cosmetic choices. Like wearing perfume, it can really attract people, and it can really attract positive attention and respect from other people. Just like in Fortnite, people appreciate the confidence. You know, about confidence. See how that lady, she's so confident because she's wearing that perfume very proudly, and wearing perfume it's such a game changer for me too. It's incredible how a simple scent can awaken your senses and make your daily experiences feel so much more vibrant. It's like stepping into a whole new world of enchantment and self-expression. Perfume has this magical power to bring back memories, boost your confidence and make you feel like the absolute best version of yourself. And I feel that way because I've also been using this perfume. It's like having a secret weapon that helps you conquer each day with such style and grace. So, you know, that's what I have to say about it.
Yeah, and yeah, the ad's really trying to say like that's what could that's what you could be, right? That's
Exactly,
what you could be. You could be like Roman, and you could be living life with
yeah,
confidence, all that.
it can definitely make you more likable and intriguing to those around you.
Yeah.
Remember to stay true to yourself and have fun. Let your personality shine through. That's sorry. I mean, this isn't even a laughing matter. I'm just being truthful because before I started using perfume, um, especially this one, I was in a very dark place and I didn't have many people to talk to about my problems. But you know, Fortnite has a lot to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I wasn't getting very many wins. I wasn't ever really good at the game. That's why I always played no build because building a Fortnite is hard, and I never really understood it, but now I do, because perfume, it's helped me be more confident and be more open to learning. You'll struggles, all those things are gonna get in the way of you trying to learn, but you just need to be confident. And this perfume has really helped me. Just like I said before, I'm saying this again. Just like in that picture, she's happy, she's confident, she's wearing the perfume very proudly. And it probably only took her one go to take that picture. You understand what I'm saying, Rocco? You add on
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. No, she's definitely very happy. I am like this when I get a victory royale in Fortnite.
Especially a crowned win. Especially
A crown win, especially when you already got that added bit of happiness, and boom, you get more.
You're
That's like getting a
extremely
compliment for
happy.
your scent, for you smelling good with this perfume, because you already got that boost.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Going on to the next subject, right? We're going to be looking at the appeals of the ad, right? What is it trying to appeal to for us, right? First, I mean, very blatant appeal, I feel like, is the sex appeal, alright? This appeal, right? You could look very, beautiful, right? And could look sexy, right?
Yep. Rocco knows about that.
And this could allow you to have a relationship, right? This perfume is what the ad's trying to say. The ad's trying to say is that this perfume will allow you to look like this, look more attractive, and you could have a relationship, right? Yeah, it's kind of like how when I was playing Fortnite, you know, I didn't have a good skin, right? Perfume's like a skin, a good skin, right? As
Yes.
we've kind of been going over
Cosmic.
in the past in
Hold
this video, right? It's like a good skin. And a good skin could also get you a good Fortnite girlfriend, alright?
Exactly.
You could get a good Fortnite baddie, right?
Yep.
So true, so true.
I say something?
Yeah.
I actually have one. I know it's hard to believe, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been a wonderful 2 years with her.
Mm-hmm.
And although I've never, really seen her face, when we play duos, it's a whole different experience. It's wonderful. And I feel like everyone should have that experience too, and not just me. Yeah, so basically how I even met my girlfriend of 2 years, I was playing solos, obviously. I'm a loner. I'm mysterious.
Yeah.
And it's a really touching story. I'm sorry, but I died very very early in the game. Like,
Yeah.
it was hard for me, but I saw who killed me. It was someone wearing the Healthy Fortnite skin. I was like, whoa, I've actually never seen someone wear that skin before.
Yeah.
So I looked at the chat, and it says, who eliminated me. I added them, and that's where it all kind of started. We played duos together all the time, sharing memories, at Loot Lake especially. That's our spot, but
Lots of great memories.
the main part is that she loved my Fortnite skin. She loved it.
Mm-hmm.
She loved it a lot, and I've never taken it off. This is it's kind of like wearing that perfume. Ladies are gonna love you.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna love you just as much as my Fortnite girlfriend does. And Rocco has one too. Sadly,
I do. Yeah. I did. So you didn't need to bring it up.
I'm really sorry, man.
You didn't need to.
My good friend Tyson, he has a Fortnite baddie of himself.
Like he has a Fortnite baddie.
Yeah, TJ.
I'm not gonna say more because it's very private.
Yeah.
They've actually been together for, let's see, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big commitment, and you
Yeah.
gotta stay loyal.
Yeah.
Especially like how you gotta stay loyal to the perfume, and I'm pretty sure that lady has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Like Tyson, he has some pretty good Fortnite skins, right? This really allowed him
Yep.
to seal the deal. Same with
Yep.
Rocco. Rocco's been playing and he's
Mm.
been committed to Fortnite, right?
He's
So he has
grind.
all the skins you can
I
think
do.
of,
I do.
right?
It's a problem.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so he can just attract all the ladies. Just like with this perfume, if you are a lady, you can attract all the guys.
Yep.
But
My
going
girl
on,
knows that.
yeah, but going on to the next appeal.
Yeah.
Uh, the appeal of the individuality, right? The individuality appeal. It really correlates with the live life your way because you as an individual, right? It's saying live your life your way, right? It's trying to say you wear this perfume, you look like this woman, right? All the stuff that we've mentioned previous, right? But it's saying that you can do it your way, right? You won't just have a good life, you'll live it your way. You'll do things your way, right?
Exactly.
Um,
That's a great.
yeah, and that's kind of just the appeal of it.
Everyone's experiences are different. You know, not everyone's gonna have like the same exact feeling or memories. Like living life your own way and your way. It's I feel like it's targeted just toward you. It's like this message. It has a different feeling for everyone. It can mean something different for everyone. It's this message just it's very powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's it's served a lot for me, and it's kind of just tattooed in my brain now, and I'm just so grateful that I know about this. And Rocco, he's really put me onto this, and I'm so grateful to be here and to be talking about the subject because it just means a lot to me. It means the world to me, and it's done so much for me. I'm really living life my own way. And, it's just like having a Fortnite skin. It just really helps. And Rocco has a lot to say. We've talked about this many times, so Rocco, I'm gonna hand you the mic.
All right, man. Having your own identity is very important with Fortnite.
Exactly.
It allows you to just like be your own character in the game because
Yep.
you can
Yeah.
pick a skin that not a lot of other people wear, and it's just yours. It's
Cheering
just
up.
you. That's all
Cheering.
you ever see.
Yeah.
It makes you feel special.
Yeah.
Other people would be like, "Oh, what's that skin? I've never seen that before."
Yeah. It's saying like you're like the new kid on the block, basically. Like each new lobby, each new game, 100 players are gonna see you, and they're all watching you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're gonna be like, "Dang, I actually feel empowered and grateful that that guy eliminated me in the match." It's like they're not gonna be like, "Oh my God, this sucks that I died." They're gonna be like inspired that I feel like you get your eyes opened, so you can open other people's eyes. You know, does that? I feel like it makes sense in my head, but I don't know. You just gotta use it to really that the perfume. It's just the perfume, man. You just gotta try it out. You
Mm-hmm.
just gotta.
Yep. That's exactly what that's
I'm
trying to
tearing,
say.
I'm tearing up. It's hard.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, and like if you have a very rare Fortnite skin, that's kind of like that. It's really like your individual, right? You can have your
Yeah.
own Fortnite skin, right? Just like you can have your own life. You can live your life your own way. Um, and the third appeal and our final appeal, I would say,
Yep.
is the values appeal, right? This is appealing to our values. The reason why, well, our values can include, right, being attractive, right? Maybe if you're a bit younger, right? You just want to get girls. You just want to get guys, maybe.
Yeah.
If you're a girl. Um, and so, uh, that could be one of the things, but more, more so, it's with the sentence, you can live life your way. Okay. That thing, right, that will appeal to your values of wanting to live life your way, okay? When you're working a job, when you're doing all these things in your life, especially when you're going to school and you're like earlier on in life, you're trying to figure out what you want to be, all right? And that's kind of like a lot of people's values. What do you want to be? What are you going to be, right? And so saying that you can live life your way, right? Your dream, what you wanted to be ever since you were like a kid, a child, right? A little baby boy, okay? You
Yeah.
could you could live it your way. That's a lot of people's, biggest values, especially like when Rocco was a little boy, right? He was a small lad. He wanted to be the best at a video game.
What was that video game? Fortnite.
It was
I
Fortnite.
mean,
Yeah.
Fortnite wasn't released when he was a little lad, but once he
I would
became
always
old
think
enough,
about it though.
he found
In the
out
womb.
about Fortnite, okay? When he was older, he figured out of Fortnite, and he found the game that he wanted to play, the game that he loves.
He chose that game and he's loyal to it.
Mm-hmm.
People might say a bunch of shitty things about the game. I'm sorry for my language, by the way, but people might look down on the game. But Rocco, he never looked down on it. He always appreciated and loved the game for what the game was and the purpose it served. It's he's loyal to it. Just like how you should be loyal to sticking to the fragrance that you'll wear. It's the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
We have the propaganda strategies of the ad. All right. These are kind of like the big, I guess, hitters to kind of like nail down like what is really the ad trying to do to persuade people into buying this perfume. And the first strategy that I saw was assertion. All right. Making a debatable claim without clearly proving it. All right, we've been talking about this one phrase, all right, for however long this little episode has gone on for, and it's saying this phrase without being able to completely back it up. All right, there's nothing that's truly showing. There's no like statistics, right? It isn't giving us actual information about why that would happen for us, right? But it's asserting itself. It's saying you could do that. This is like a lot with confidence. You could be a very confident person, and you could assert yourself with one of your beliefs. You could say something that just isn't true, but if you're confident enough with it, people will believe you, right? Yeah, like this ad, it's asserting itself enough where it's like, you might see that, might persuade you into doing that. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the main things.
Main factors. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I agree.
The second strategy that this ad utilizes is the transfer strategy. It's transferring the ideas or like the things that you associate with one thing with another. All right, you got a very beautiful woman. She's smiling. She's got her big, pretty white teeth out. And we're seeing, right? That could be us. All right, that's this perfume. This perfume is that woman. Is it really? No. It is not. It is not that woman. You will not become that woman through this perfume. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's transferring the idea that you could be beautiful. All right, you could be
you know,
like that one.
like you'll max out your looks, just
Mhm.
like just like she did.
Mhm.
You know, you'll
Yeah.
become equally as beautiful, attractive, and gorgeous as she is if if you use that perfume. And I feel like they're trying to get that point across to
Mhm.
you in that ad. It's like I know someone who looked out their appearance, and his name is Spencer.
Mhm. Yeah.
He he used it. I could never look at him the same again.
Mhm. Yeah. And the final propaganda strategy that this ad uses is prestige, right? It's in French. Our kind of idea is like French people write romance, okay? They make the best romantic things. They make the best perfumes. They make the best clothes. They're like a fashion kind of icon, right? That's what France is. And this is kind of like a prestige, right? Or a prestige appeal, because um, you were like seeing like this is like the top notch, right? You want to be a part of that special group that's using these French perfumes, okay? And this woman, right? She seems like she's of the elite class, and she's using this perfume, right? Henry can kind of go over a little bit more in depth about prestige perfume as our little guest appearance.
Yeah, so prestige perfume is kind of like the idea of, so let's say, for example, you open a cooler in Fortnite Season 4, Chapter 3, or Chapter 4, Season 3, and you get a thermal fish, The thermal fish is legendary, which gives it prestige, people want it. It's a legendary item.
Absolutely.
But in comparison, something like a small shield, which is green, so it's not as prestigious, not as high rarity, might be more useful or better, even though people don't want as much just because the rarity gives it some kind of like extra value to people, just because it gives the illusion of a more rare item, even if it's not. The thermalfish in chapter 4 season 3, which you could get from basically every single cooler that you open, compared to mini shields in Fortnite OG season, which in the beginning had a very low spawn rate. So even though they had lower rarity, like lower social standing, like if like a no brand perfume, but they were just as rare and and even better. Uh, that's what prestige propaganda does. It makes you think something is better, more important, just because the rarity is higher.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
And
Great point. That's
yeah, this scent, like, it could smell terrible, right? Just like the thermal fish. It could be not as good of an item, but it says it's French.
Exactly.
It portrays itself as a super, um,
high quality.
yeah, high
Great.
quality perfume, great perfume. But it could just be worse than, like, Axe, right? Who likes Axe? There's maybe
Nobody.
one or two people, they're all strange. But you see that it's all fancy, right? And so you want it, right? Same with Gucci, right? You want a Gucci
Exactly.
handbag, right? But it might
Gucci.
just be worse quality than, buying like an actual like handmade, you know, made by like actual like uh designers, right? But you want the Gucci handbag. It says Gucci on it. It's prestige. This is, from
Just because
France.
it
This
says
is
Gucci
from
doesn't mean that it's great.
yeah,
And as it
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's telling us like what it's basically trying to say that it's upper class, even though it just could not be. Um, yeah. Do you guys have anything else to add? You guys got any thoughts? Last minute thoughts?
I don't think so.
I think
Really?
I think Henry
I
wrapped it up well.
said everything that I've needed to.
Okay, yeah. All right. Um, the target audience. This is our last little category of this ad. Um, the target audience, it shows an older woman. I think our target audience can be exactly shown in this picture. Older white women, okay? Um, it could be older white women wishing to be more beautiful, right? And it could also be these older white women that want to achieve their dreams, right? They're maybe in a midlife crisis, and this text, life is beautiful, live it your way, you know, they might see that and they might be like, I want to live my life my way, right? And so they want this perfume as basically a rebellion, right, against the idea of an older woman being stuck in society. Okay. Um, yeah. And I think it more so appeals to older women because the woman on the ad is older, and you may be like, how does that work? It works because if you're a younger woman, you'd probably want to see a younger person that looks attractive on an ad, and then you maybe buy into it more if it was
You
like
know,
the same age group.
I actually exactly agree. This is kind of like in Fortnite when new players want to get skins that are more similar to defaults because that's what they're used to, but it looks better than a default, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So something like Jonesy with a special hat would be a lot more attractive to default because it just shows their idealized version of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of something like, let's say, a Stormtrooper or Batman is going to be a lot less valuable to these noobs because it's just not something that they can see themselves wearing, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas something like Jonesy with a special outfit, I mean, that's just them but better, you know? It makes them feel better about themselves instead
Mhm.
of
That's a
having to
great,
be a completely different
great
person.
analogy, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so this finishes up this episode of the FortCast. I just want to thank my co-hosts and my guest, Henry Albert. Okay, he was a very good guest. He had contributed a lot on these ending little things. Thank you, Rocco. Right, and thank you, Roman, for putting together some great, just analogies, some great
Yeah.
lifestyle. He really put his life into these kind of
Yeah.
things.
We thank you, Roman Chan Waltenberg.
Yep. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. It really meant a lot to share all of my experiences and share a little bit of my story. So
Yeah, yeah. And thank you, Miss Coles, for giving this recommendation for this podcast episode. Or I should say, Mrs. Coles, thank you. This was a good discussion. Yeah. Hope you view in on our later episodes. All right.
Yep.
See you all later. Goodbye.
thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.